Hey, what's up, Metalheads? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for all the support y'all have doing. Still kind of figuring out a few logistics here regarding this channel and everything, but you know, things are still going well. So thank you for all the support you're doing. So I'm going to talk about a band, Parkway Drive, for a minute. We're going to check out the new video, Sacred, that just came out a few days ago. Parkway Drive, I love them. They started out kind of more like metalcore, deathcore. Really, those first like 3 albums had a lot of deathcore influences. I mean, those really grunt screaming vocals. And even though they were kind of labeled as metalcore, they really did not start doing any like clean vocals until much later in their career. The band hasn't not had a whole lot of lineup changes either, which is unique. I think they may have had maybe 1 or 2 lineup changes very early on, but they have been a consistent band throughout their career, and their sound evolved a little bit. I would maybe still call them a bit metalcore, but they're really sounding just good old traditional like heavy metal, like just classic sounds, classic writing techniques to them. They still incorporate the breakdowns a bit in it, which is part of what metalcore is. I think to me that's why I still kind of label them a bit as metalcore, but the more I listen to Parkway Drive, the more I freaking love them. I got into them kind of around when the album Ire came out, and I think that's when a lot of people may have kind of heard of Parkway Drive, at least for me anyways. That's what put them on the map for me, but I know they've been around for a while. Band out of Australia. I think probably the biggest thing that I like about Parkway Drive is just, if you watch their documentaries, which I love that they've put them on YouTube. Like, you can watch their documentaries free on YouTube. Check them out. These are just like 5 like goofballs making a heavy metal band, and what you see on stage is their heavy metal side, and what you see off stage I think is like just their genuine personalities. I mean, when you're on stage, you're there to perform, you're there to put on a performance and almost act a little bit. You're putting on a show, you're entertaining, you're engaging and entertaining the audience. So sometimes what you see on stage is a little bit different from behind scenes. Not always, especially with the heavy metal, you know, you typically see what you see on stage. You kind of see that a lot behind the scenes. But to me, I love how they can kind of do that switch there. But yeah, so Sacred came out a few days ago. Haven't heard it. Excited to hear it. This is something new. It's been a bit since Parkway Drive has done anything new. So let's check it out. Sacred by Parkway Drive. Wow, it just hits hard with just that heavy beat, that heavy rhythm. Of course, Winston screaming on Broken, way to kick it off, but love the sound that it's already started off with. Got a nice heavy driving riff to it. Yeah.
But this is the last one. It's on my honor, so call it a swan song. I am a splinter of the person that you think you know. But if you listen close, I know a place where my dreams are real enough. I see a time where the sun shines bright enough. I feel a path beneath my feet. I feel it all within my reach. I'm gonna get it. This time I feel it. I won't be defeated. I won't feel the fear to stand apart. Take it. This time is sacred. Reset the wounds they taught. shot. Take my hand, cause the truth is a mic drop. And every fraction of the fiction that they put on show is a cycling overload. I know a place where your dreams are real enough. I know a place where the sky is close enough. Feel the grass beneath your feet. You know it's all within your reach, so let's go. This time I feel it. I won't be defeated. I won't feel the fear to stand apart. This time I'll take it. This time is sacred. Reset the wounds they tore apart. I'm broken. I'm gonna live my life where eagles dare. Tiny house, fat ass, faces of an failures. Free from the pain of panic and anxiety. I scream my will remains.
Some nice shots right there.
You gotta live your life where eagles I won't be defeated. I won't feel the fear to stand apart. This time I'll take it. This time is sacred. Reset the wounds they tore apart. Unbroken heart. Unbroken heart.
Wow, Metalheads. That was Sacred by Parkway Drive. It was it was good. It was good. I like that. Like I mentioned, huge fan of Parkway Drive. I've been a fan since the album Iron came out. I listened to some of their older stuff, and there's some good stuff on, especially on Deep Blue. Deep Blue, ooh, very, very different sounding album as well. If this song is your first introduction to Parkway Drive, and then you go and listen to Deep Blue, it's gonna, you're gonna be like, what the hell happened? Because Deep Blue, those earlier albums, definitely, like I said, definitely had more of a deathcore type of sound to them. This truly, I think calling them more of like heavy metal than metalcore would probably be a little better suited now, especially with what their sound they have now. I may still always refer to them as a metalcore band because when I got into them, it was truly metalcore what they were doing. This song did have those breakdowns like they usually have, but it had two separate breakdowns. The first one was kind of you had that double bass, double kick blast beat going, a heavy riff, and then it stopped. It was just quiet for several measures. Then, bam, it hit back into another breakdown, which was a different pace, different tempo than the first one. And Winston with his deep, glittering vocals there, kicking off that second breakdown, was amazing. I love the little wah guitar during the chorus. You could kind of hear that wah sound going with it. That was amazing. And then it had like a little bit of a lead solo, which again separates metalcore and heavy metal. Heavy metal was very well known for having lead solos and everything. Metalcore really, a lot of bands in metalcore don't really do a lot of lead solos. They just do the breakdowns. They may have a few fill little riffs in there that a second guitar, maybe a third overlaid guitar is doing, but that's not really a full-on solo like you would hear from like Kirk Hammett or KK Downing from Judas Priest or an Iron Maiden. You know, you would hear lead solos, or Slayer, especially classic Slayer between Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman, switching off between doing lead solos. That is lead solos. Those are solos there. Doing like kind of fills throughout a song. Not to me, not really a lead solo. Maybe to you might consider it, but To me, not so much. That's just my opinion. You're more than welcome to have your own opinion on that. But when I think of solos, I think of those types of guitarists doing that. So it seemed like it did it a little bit, kind of there after that second breakdown. Sounded amazing, sounded great. But again, I loved that wah sound during the chorus. It sounded really good. I loved it. Amazing song by Parkway Drive. Pretty much what I expected from Parkway Drive. Like I said, been a fan of them for years, so that's what I expect. Now, video production. At the beginning, I loved the transition. I mean, it had like close-ups of like a guitar fretboard, and you could see the fingers in it just like transition to like the breakaway gravel of it. Video production was amazing. They were doing some stuff in there, transitions that just looked amazing. The close-ups of the instruments that they were playing as well. I don't know if they used a camera to get, a specific lens to get it, or if that was CGI'd doing that. Either way, it looked great. And the way they implemented that with the rest of the video, it went amazing. That video production was great. And then the lighting, very dark. They were kind of in this dark area. At the beginning, they showed Winston kind of having multiple people come out of him, which was really interesting. But video production, of course, very well done. I just can't get over the way that some of those close-ups on that fretboard. That just really blew me away. I was like, that's so cool. It's amazing. So yeah, Parkway Drive, again, they've been around a long time. They're very well documented on YouTube. You can go onto YouTube, type in Parkway Drive, you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to see videos, you're going to see live stuff, you're going to see documentaries, you're going to see interviews. They really are there. To me, I think one of the unique things that Parkway Drive has done, and I'm sure other bands may have done it, but to me, they were going through some internal stuff. And instead of quitting, calling it a day, saying like, hey, you're fired, or hey, I'm quitting, they went to therapy as a band. They went to like group therapy as a band to work out their issues. And you can kind of tell, I think that was sometime after maybe 2016, 2018, around that time period, where they were kind of going through all that stuff and they decided to go into group therapy. They came out of that, I feel like, stronger. They came out of it more empowered, and I think their writing since then has just been amazing. They have probably written better stuff since then than before. That's my opinion. You may think their first two albums, like that's Parkway Drive, and after that you don't know what happened to Parkway Drive. Or you may think Ire, nothing can outdo what they did on Ire, and that's fine. It's great. I love Ire. Great album. Love their old stuff too. Love the new stuff they're doing. It's just my opinion, but they're writing just some really good heavy metal music that I just absolutely love. And the fact that they were willing to go to therapy says a lot. People struggle all the time. Everybody struggles. You may not see it because some people are amazing at hiding it and amazing at just looking like they got it made in life. And every day you look at them and like, man, that is a person that's got life figured out. Everything's going their way. You don't know what struggles they have. You don't know what they may be thinking. And for them to be very open, and that's the thing, they were very open about going to therapy about it. They didn't try to hide it. They didn't try to cover it up. They said like, hey, we went to therapy as a band because we were dealing with some stuff here, and we needed to figure it out, or we were going to kill each other. And they did it. And you can see some of that on YouTube. You can find some of the documentary of them going to therapy on YouTube. They are very outspoken about mental health too. It's important. Your mental health is important. Take care of yourself out there, metalheads. Take care of yourself. That's all I got to tell you. Like, mental health is just as serious as physical health, and it's important. Like I said, everybody deals with stuff every day. Everybody. Nobody's exempt from that. Nobody's exempt from stress. Nobody's exempt from a bad day. It happens. But how you handle it and what you do and your actions about it is what determines who you really are and can build that character. So, metalheads, go. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask for help. There's no shame in it. Help is always there if you need it. But I have a lot of respect for Parkway Drive for doing that and being outspoken about it. To me, when I heard that they did that and I watched some of that stuff, to me it felt right. And I just can't talk about that enough. Anyways, Sacred by Parkway Drive. So they are about to embark on a huge summer tour. I'm hoping to try to catch them. I was kind of looking around and they're coming near where I live, but not right where I live. So I don't know. I'm debating. I'm on the fence of going to go see them live. I would love to see Parkway Drive live. That's one of my bands that I'd love to see live. Of course, June 9th is their big homecoming show at the Sydney Opera House in Sydney, Australia. They're playing the Sydney Opera House to show you how big they are. They sold out the Sydney Opera House. Like, yeah, I think you could probably find some resale tickets, and they may even open up a few more tickets, but apparently that show is sold out. Heavy metal band selling out the Sydney Opera House. How often does that happen? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know the history of heavy metal bands playing the Sydney Opera House. To me, the only other heavy metal band I could think of that would probably sell out that place would be Metallica. But of course, it's Metallica. They'll sell out probably anywhere they go. I mean, it's Metallica. Everyone wants to go see Metallica. If you know of other heavy metal bands that have played in the Sydney Opera House, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see and see that history of how heavy metal is making an impact. Because when you think of the Sydney Opera House, I think people think of classical music, operas happening. You don't think a heavy metal band going in there, selling the place out, and just putting on a huge show. I wouldn't have thought that. But apparently Parkway Drive can do it, and they did it. And on June 9th, they're going to show the whole world that they sold out the Sydney Opera House and put on an amazing heavy metal show. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. And also, what do you think of Parkway Drive? Do you like their older stuff? Are you kind of more when they were kind of more metalcore, like Ire and Viva La Underdogs era? Do you think that was more them, or do you like where they're going now? Are you a fan of Parkway Drive? What songs do you like by Parkway Drive? And have you seen them live? Like I said, I'm on the fence of going to go see them live. I got a few weeks still to kind of decide before they come, and it could even be a last minute decision for me to go to the show. But have you seen them live? Let me know what you think. And are you gonna go to Sydney, Australia, and go see them at the Sydney Opera House? I'd love to hear if you're gonna do that, because I want to hear how it goes, how it went. Let me know. Anyways, if you're a first-time headbanger, thank you for coming to the channel. Like and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit that cowbell to be notified of new videos when they come. Thank you all for your continued support. This channel does not happen without you guys watching what I'm putting out there and commenting and sharing. So I appreciate all the support and all the love that y'all are giving. It means so much to me when I see that. And as always, keep it loud, keep it heavy, and be blessed, everyone.